It's time for part 2 of mastering the duality of mind. I made part 1 like a month ago, and I truly think that that's one of the best videos on this channel, and one of the most important videos that you need to listen to if you are a fan of this channel, if you watch this channel. So if you haven't watched that yet, please go click the link up here and watch that before you watch this one. In the last video, we talked about balancing the duality of mind between good and bad times, positive and negative. And today, we're going to be talking about balancing between attachment and aversion, attachment and resistance. Because in my experience, and in my personal experience, and in my experience coaching people now, the one thing that I have noticed that gets in everybody's way the most is not being able to balance attachment and aversion. There's too much resistance that most people have towards their current life, and that doesn't serve anybody, because until you feel good about where you are, until you accept your current situation, you have no power to change your situation. So if all your action is based out of resistance, you will always create more problems for yourself. And then on top of that, if you are too attached to your goal, if you are too attached to your desired reality while resisting your current one, then you will continue to push that desired reality further and further and further away. So this is something that I've personally experienced in my life, and this is something I experienced with my coaching clients as well. So that's why I wanted to make this video when I truly felt inspired to make it, so that it comes off correctly. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. How to remain in balance between attachment and aversion. Balance is my #1 priority in this life, my #1 initiative. Matter of fact, the only tattoo that I have on my body, I don't know if you can see it, maybe I'll put a picture up, it'll zoom in, but the tattoo symbolizes balance. Because if you live a balanced life, you set yourself up to be in tune with nature, and you allow nature to help you, and you get rid of so much friction and unnecessary obstacles. All my life, I was the type of person to, be so attached to my beliefs and always resistant against anybody else that didn't feel that way, feel the same way as me, and any experience that negated my beliefs, whatever I was attached to. And this always caused problems for me. Whether it be attachment to what I had currently, or to a relationship, or to certain beliefs about the world, attachment causes aversion. If you fall unbalanced towards one side, you will be forced to face the other side. So if you are too attached to your beliefs, and something comes around that negates your beliefs, because certainly something will, now you will resist the other side. So you will fall completely to the other side. And both sides on extreme levels have suffering. Whereas peace and well-being and joy exist in the middle, in a balanced state between the two, not falling too unbalanced on either side. You have to do your best in this life to be nothing, to have nothing. And what do I mean by that? You can be a really successful doctor. You can be a really successful business person. You can have the best car in the world. You can have a luxurious home. You can have a lot of money. But don't allow them to have you. Don't allow your job title to define who you are. Don't allow your possessions to define who you are. So if I was to rephrase it, You can experience all of those things, but don't have any of them. In this life, be nothing, have nothing, and you will rid yourself of so many problems. You will set yourself up for greatest success and joy, and you will avoid so much suffering. You are nothing. You have nothing. You come into this world while being nothing and having nothing, and you are going to leave this world the same way. So if you adopt that quality of spirit throughout your life, you will have such an amazing experience, and people will wonder how you are having such a pleasant, effortless experience of life. I want to read you something that I got from a YouTube video a while back, and I can't even remember which YouTube video it is, but this is something that really connected with me, and this is something that I always offer in my coaching. So I want to share it with you real quick. And it talks about the two perspectives that you can have through life, which are spirit and ego. So spirit says yes to everything, okay? And ego says no to everything. Spirit says yes to the bad things, and the bad things disappear. Spirit says yes to the good things, and the good things grow. Ego says no to the bad things. The bad things grow. Ego says no to the good things. The good things disappear. So ego doesn't like anything. It says no to everything. Spirit likes everything. Spirit appreciates and welcomes all experience. So which one of the two perspectives that you choose to live through will largely determine how many problems you have in your life, how much you suffer, and how much your life just maybe goes in flow and just an effortless, easy, loving, pleasurable experience. So balancing attachment and aversion means to adopt the perspective, the balanced perspective of spirit, and allow everything. Allow the good times to come and roll in your life and experience them fully, but then allow equally the negative times to come in. Don't resist against them, and experience them fully as well. Life is a dance between the positive and the negative. But if you fall unbalanced in one of those phases, then you will be forced to face the other, or you'll be forced to face the current phase for a longer period of time. So if the ego says no to the bad times will grow. But if during the bad times you adopt the perspective of spirit and say yes to the bad times will disappear. And when it's time for the good things, the ego out of fear will say no, even to the good things, and the good things will disappear. But if you adopt the perspective of spirit and you say yes to the good things, the good things will grow. So I invite you to adopt the perspective of spirit and keep this balanced perspective in your life. You can believe anything, but don't be too attached to what you believe. One thing that you'll notice in your self-development and spiritual journey is that the beliefs that you used to have the beliefs that you used to have won't serve you at a certain point in your journey. You'll have to drop those beliefs and adopt a new paradigm. And you'll notice that even the beliefs that you have right now, even if you're here and you believe you can create your own reality and all these powerful beliefs you have, empowering beliefs, even these beliefs won't serve you at a certain level, and you'll have to let go of them to welcome the new beliefs, maybe even more powerful. So know that if you are too attached to what you have, doesn't matter if it's material or just your beliefs and your identity, then you are always going to put a boundary around yourself. You're going to limit yourself. But if you simply experience your current beliefs, experience your current possessions, your current relationships, and just flow and be completely okay if the next day none of those things are here, you don't resist against that, you don't have aversion to the thought of not having anything tomorrow, then you will continue to stay in flow. You will stay balanced between the positive and the negative, the dance of life. This is how you set yourself up for maximum success, maximum experience. Because you learn your lesson during the negative times and don't resist, and you truly grow during those negative times, you set yourself up for the next positive phase of your life to be even greater. And if you stay balanced during that time, your next negative phase won't be as great. And even if it is, there will be no resistance. And because there's no resistance, you will always remain in a good, pleasant, effortless experience. You don't have to go so far to each side every single time. You can remain in the middle for most of your life. But you have to stay balanced. Balance. Most important aspect of life. It is actually the primary law of nature, out of which all other laws of nature come forth. So that's my message to you today. I hope you found this video helpful. Balance, my friend. All right. So that's all I have for this video. If you have questions about this topic, put them in the comment section below. I'm sure this isn't the last Mastering the Duality of Mind video. I'm going to make more in the future. So if you have any questions regarding that, again, put it in the comment section below. But that's all for this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up and share this video with a friend who would also find it helpful. If you would like to get coaching with me one-on-one, the link for that is in the description box below. But subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.